Hello everybody, before we get into the video, I do want to quickly apologize for the lack of uploads on this channel. I've really tried getting this video out a lot more sooner than this video is coming out, but I eventually ended up getting sick, and I also had to go on vacation before this, and that area on vacation had no Wi-Fi, so I couldn't edit the video. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll try to upload a little bit more. Hey YouTube, welcome to the video. My name is Cyclo. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today, and welcome back to the video on Halloween Horror Nights 34. We have a lot of new news to cover, and I'm going to kind of do a lot of these house announcements in rapid fire succession because we have so many house announcements. In fact, as you all know, the last house I talked about was Fallout, and since then we have gotten 7 house announcements. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but that's why I'm making this video. So yeah, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you all subscribe. It goes a long way. And yeah, let's get right into the Halloween Horror Nights updates. First off, let's talk about ticketing, because just like the houses, we have a lot of updates about ticketing. So let's get right into that. So the very first thing I want to touch upon is that, well, every single ticketing option is now available, including every single version of the Frequent Fear Passes, the Rush of Fear Passes, except for Frequent Fear with Express. Frequent Fear with Express sold out in the first 20 minutes of it being live, so unfortunately, yeah, you can't get any Frequent Fear with Express, so that does kind of suck. But yeah, tell me down below in the comments down below which ticketing option you got. And another thing I also want to touch upon here is I believe Premium Scream Night also had a price increase for around, I think, $20. It went up $20. So yeah, that does kind of suck, but once again, if you guys got it before the price increase, you guys are pretty lucky. And yeah, with all the ticketing out of the way, let's get right into the house announcements. Like I said, I will only be spending around a minute on each house announcement, except for the very last house. As for the very most recent house, I have a lot to say and a lot of ideas to talk about that house and how they can execute certain scenes. So with that being said, let's get right into the houses. First off, on Friday the 13th this year, we had the announcement of Jason Universe, which this is actually particularly a really cool announcement because I was actually in Universal when they announced this house to go to Epic Universe, which, yes, Epic Universe vlog is still coming soon. As I said in the intro, there's a lot of stuff that got in the way of me not only getting this video out, but also delayed the Epic Universe vlog. It is coming, people. I'm still currently editing it. But yeah, I was there when they announced this, so I got to see the merch be, released right when I was there. It was really cool. And yeah, honestly, I'm excited for this house. I am a little bit also worried because this is in the Fast and Furious lot. And also, it's going with the new weird design for Jason. Like, the redesign is kind of not my favorite, but I'm warming up to it though. I think the shirt really made me kind of warm up to the mask. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for this house, and it's just really cool to see Jason back at the event. Now let's talk about all 5 of the original haunts coming to Orlando. So let's do, like I said, rapid fire succession here. We're going to go through all 5 of them. So number 1 is El Artista, a Spanish haunting. This is going to be following our icon Sergio, which I'm calling him an icon. I'll talk about that later for a scare zone announcement. Yes, we have scare zones to talk about it on this video. And I'm excited for this house. It's being made by the same guy who did Dead Man's Pier and Blood Moon, and that just right there sold me because I absolutely love both those houses. I think they are both fucking phenomenal, so I am extremely excited for this house, and I think this is my most anticipated original house, besides maybe another one we'll talk about here in a bit. The next house we are getting here is Hatchet and Chains. This is a house that we've been talking about in speculation for a while now, and it is really awesome to see us getting this house. It's going to be probably an old Western style house with red hot lava demons, so it's probably gonna be a little bit goofy, it's probably gonna be a little bit campy, but I'm all for it. I'm really excited to see this house. Like I said multiple times on this channel, I did really like the Hatchet and Chain segment we had last year in Slaughter Cinema 2, so I'm all for this house, and I cannot wait to see how they pull this house off, because, you know, Halloween Horror Nights is really good with their Western themed houses, so I just can't wait to see how this house turns out, guys. Like, I think it'll be really cool. Next up, we have Dolls Let's Play Dead, and from this key art alone, it's giving Dollhouse of the Damned, and honestly, I'm really excited for this house. This could end up being, for me personally, the scariest house of the event for me this year, because especially if it is like porcelain dolls, I just No, I don't like dolls like that. I think they're scary. So yeah, I'm excited but also nervous for this house. And I'm excited to see the costumes and sets and how these dolls were burnt and melded by this little girl, because we are basically going into a dollhouse by like a demonic little child. So yeah, very excited to see how this house plays out. Next up, we have Grave of Flesh, and this is that weird symbol we talked about on the speculation map for a while. This is our graveyard house, and the premise of this one is we are going to be going to the underworld where we'll be hunted by flesh eaters for eternity. So I'm excited for this house. I think it sounds pretty cool. Out of all the houses we are getting this year, it sounds the most generic, but honestly, I am excited to see how they pull this house off, because I think the sets could be really cool in this house. And I also do like the design of the flesh eaters we have here in the key art. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, I'm excited for this house. We'll see how it turns out. Last but not least, we have Galkin Monsters of the North, and I am so excited for this house. Out of all the original houses, this and El Artista are by far my two most anticipated house of the event, and I just cannot wait for this house. They always cook with their winter themed houses, and this is a winter themed house, and the premise of the house is we're in a northern village and a horde of monsters rise from the dead. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the sets, everything about it. I'm hoping the house is a little bit more chillier than Frozen Empire last year, but overall, I cannot wait to see how this house turns out. We do also have an update for an original house coming to Hollywood this year, and this is going to be Monstros, the Ghost of Latin America. So yeah, this is the third Monstros house, and I think this could be cool. I mean, like, I know you guys in Hollywood are probably a little over Monstros by now, because you guys have been getting those houses for 3 years in a row. And I personally have only been in the one in Orlando last year, and I had a really good time at that house. I really liked that house last year. And from what I've seen, Monstros 2 was cool. So I'm expecting a pretty good quality from this house as well. So yeah, comment down below what people going to Hollywood. Are you guys excited for this house? And also, what do you all think about La Llorona coming back to Halloween Horror Nights this year as well? Before we talk about my personal favorite, and honestly, in my opinion, the biggest announcement we had since Fallout, let's talk about the 2 scare zones that have been currently announced for Orlando. At the time of recording this, we are in Scare Zone week, so we'll be getting, I believe, 3 more Scare Zones announced this week during the next 3 days. And whatever Scare Zones we do get announced from today, I will do an update video either during another proper Halloween Horror Nights update video like this, or a ranking of all the Scare Zones in the houses based off of how excited I am for each Scare Zone and house. So the first Scare Zone that has been announced is the Origins of Horror. And this Scare Zone follows us entering the conservatory, and we're going to see Sergio carving tributes of Halloween Horror Nights 34, and we'll see monstrous crows and gargoyles. So honestly, this is probably the entry port Scare Zone. This sounds like the entry Scare Zone. We know Sergio's going to be there, and in my opinion, this also further confirms for me that Sergio is in fact the icon of this year's event. And I'm honestly really excited to see this entry port Scare Zone. I really do love the conservatory gothic vibe of this Halloween Horror Nights, and I think it could be really awesome to see how the Scare Zone turns out. Next, let's talk about our most recent announcement, which is going to be Masquerade Dance with Death. And this Scare Zone sounds really fucking cool. So, we are invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises, or their mask fall, you become their prey. So we're getting another vampire Scare Zone, and it's a vampire masquerade Scare Zone, which once again does further confirm the Scare Zone leaks that have been floating around for, I believe, a couple months now. I will not be touching upon those leaks on this channel because we're obviously in Scare Zone announcement week, so why would I cover leaks when we get the announcements out like in the next 3 days? But anyways, I am super excited for the Scare Zone. I absolutely love like the masquerade theme here, and I think they always kill it with the vampire Scare Zones. Like, I absolutely loved Vamp 69 a couple of years back, and I'm just really excited for the Scare Zone. This could be a really cool Scare Zone. It once again falls in line with the gothic theme we have for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. And finally, for the very last announcement we have to cover, this is going to be a house, which is another house just like Five Nights at Freddy's that has been on my Halloween Horror Nights wish list for a couple of years now, and I cannot believe we are getting this house. This is going to be Terrifier. Terrifier is officially coming to the event, which we kind of have already, not really necessarily knew, but we kind of heavily speculated that it's coming to the event due to the facade that they're making in Hollywood right now, really resembling the Terrifier haunt that's in the movies, which John Murray did confirm that that is what the facade actually is. You can actually see that the tarp isn't removed and it is actually sparing out the Terrifier house. So I am extremely excited for this house. Art the Clown is a new modern day horror icon. And from what Damien Leone said, this house could be the most goriest house that Halloween Horror Nights has ever done. Which, you know what? Perfectly falls in line with Terrifier, man. This franchise is fucking nasty and gross. And I cannot wait to see all those iconic kills come to the event. I'm fully expecting the Clown Cafe scene. I'm expecting the bathroom scene, which we actually have heard that is going to be in the house. So probably the Christmas scene where Art shoves a chainsaw up a guy's butt. We'll stay behind for now. And we'll probably also get the bedroom scene and the hacksaw scene. There are so many iconic kills and iconic moments from this franchise that could be in the house, and I just cannot wait. We are also being told that we are apparently going to get wet in this house, and it's even been told to bring a poncho, which we have had, I believe, some poncho merchandise leak as well. So, oh boy, we might be getting a little bit wet in this house, but I am so excited for this house. Terrifier, just like Five Nights at Freddy's, is an IP I have been wanting to come for the event for a really long time now. I absolutely do love this franchise and think it is really cool, and I cannot wait to see how they translate all of these kills and iconic scenes from these films. This has potential not only to be one of the goriest houses of all time, but potentially the scariest house of the event this year, because Art the Clown is funny, but also pretty scary, man. Like, I would not want to be chased around with Art the Clown. So I am a little scared of this house, but I'm really excited to see how well they translate everything. And just from everything they've said about this house, I am so excited about this house. And it is currently my second most anticipated house besides Five Nights at Freddy's. And yeah, that is it for Halloween Horror Nights 34 currently. The next video you can see me make on like an update would be probably a ranking of every single house based off of how excited I am. So that should be coming out whenever the final house gets announced, which if you've been following my channel or any Halloween Horror Nights speculation channel in the community, you guys probably know what that house is that's going to be announced. But yeah, besides that, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. It goes a long way to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you all next time.